What's up, my good people, and welcome back in to the Bully Ball Show on Sparks TV. As always, I'm your host, Nino Sparks, aka the Mid Range Bully. Now, quick vid for you today. Not gonna take up too much of your time, especially not with the teams that I'm about to talk about. But we got to get into it, right? Got to give you the reaction. Boston Celtics defeated the New York Knicks last night. It was pretty much an ass whooping. On ring night. Usually, ring night is an emotional night or whatever. Guys they celebrating again. It's like they won the thing all over again, and they usually come out lethargic or whatever, and end up getting beat, or it just ends up being a weird game. And maybe that's what happened with the Knicks. Maybe they got a little overwhelmed or whatever, seeing these guys get their rings, celebrating and all of that, and maybe it took them out of their element a little bit, or maybe just because it's Boston, so I don't know. I expect the Knicks to play better. They still are. My team in the East is definitely not the Celtics. You know, I expect Anthony Towns to score more than 12 points. Yeah, I think he had 12 points. Um, Jalen Brunson he gave you 22. He's gonna carry him. He's gonna do what he does. Hopefully he can stay healthy. He already got some shit on his hand. Hopefully he can. With the way Tom Thibodeau coaches and plays these guys, like, man, he might be wrapped up like a mummy by the time the playoffs hit. But Jalen Brunson is a dog. He's gonna do what he does. He's always gonna be one of my MVP candidates moving forward. Because he's just that damn good. Um, I expect OG Anunoby 4 point. That's unacceptable. You could see Mikal Bridges. His shot was getting going at the end of the game. That's probably a good sign. Everybody, talking about his form. It looked like it was falling towards the end of the game. So maybe he's getting a little more comfortable. These guys, they still a new team. It's one game in. I'm not gonna panic, Nick fans. You know, um, who else? Oh, Deuce McBride. If there is one bright spot for the Knicks, they've been talking about how depleted their bench is gonna be, and the center thing, they're gonna have to get that sorted. They're gonna have to get that center situation sorted because Karl Anthony Towns is center all through however long he's gonna have to play. It's gonna be rough. It looked like it. But the one bright spot I would point to is Deuce McBride. Him dropping 22 points, I think that's sustainable. I think he even might make his way to the starting lineup because the dude can defend. You know, and Josh Hart, it looks like he's trying to find his footing as far as the starting lineup. It's a new system. He's used to playing with them guys, but it's new. It's all new. So we'll see how that ends up. But I think Josh Hart would be a good dude to bring off the bench with Campaign. Campaign gave you 11 points. That I think is also sustainable. We know what he does. He can get you. He's a decent backup point guard. Like a legit decent backup point guard. Like he's gonna do what he does every night. So I think that's sustainable. Moving forward for the Knicks. But you see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to talk about the Knicks more than the Celtics. We got to give the Celtics credit where credit is due. They look unfucking stoppable. They look like the best team in the league. They look like the defending champs. They look like they can two-peat. You know, just being honest. Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is the best player in the league right now. He's the best player in the league. There's no other way around it. And Jason Tatum is right behind him. I know Jason Tatum had 37. I think Jaylen Brown had 24. So I don't got a sheet in front of me. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I was ill prepared. Just trying to give y'all a quick one. But Jaylen Brown, man, it's the shots that he took. The shots that he took just looked like you could just tell when he shot the three, it just looked like it was going in. He just looked unstoppable. And if he didn't have so many haters, he'd be running away with the MVP this year. either way, he's going to be in the mix. Jason Tatum looks like he's going to be in the mix for that as well. They look like the best duo in the league, which is crazy if you think about just how young these dudes are and how much they've already accomplished. Like, these dudes, you got to give it up to them. You really do. They showed separation in just that one game. And I don't expect that to drop off at any point. Shit. They did what they do. Now, moving to the Western Conference. My team, the home team, my Los Angeles Lakers, who defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves in what was also, to me, in convincing fashion. Now, it did get close at certain points. I'm not gonna lie, just given the history of how the last season went, when it did get close, when they dropped it, I think, to 3 points, I was like, all right, let's not fuck around. But you could see the seriousness that they played with throughout the game. They knew this was a big night for LeBron. They didn't fuck around. I think AD's comments after, led to that. Like, hey, this is the first time it was a special night for Brown. We actually won. He's continuing to crack milestones. Now, the game itself, we might see LeBron average the least amount of points that he's ever averaged in the league. All right, yeah. In his career. I wouldn't doubt if this season he averages like 22 points a game or 24 points a game. 24 would probably be more likely, 24 to 20. That's his average. It's like 20. He can get, he's going to get you like 28 to 26 a night. But you can see the way that they're playing, it's going to be heavily ran through Anthony Davis, and it looks like Hachimura is ready to take that leap in terms of being the second option on offense. Now, I still got my questions with him on defense. Like I said in previous videos, he still has these little lapses, but I think what he's been able to do, how he's been able to, like, the Wizards letting him go is still crazy to me. But it is what it is. And now you're starting to see the growth when you get a guy with great players and he's looking like the clear. Now, the one thing, again, that I'm having an issue with Max Christie. Max Christie, Gabe Vincent playing 17 minutes. Dalton Knecht getting more minutes than Max Christie. Like, what does the dude got to do? Now, maybe that was just one game. Maybe that was just situational. Maybe they liked Gabe Vincent going up. He was getting, I'm not going to lie, he was getting cooked at certain times. But maybe they liked that better. I don't know. Dalton Knecht, I told y'all he was going to get minutes. I told off the rip. That wasn't what it was for Bronny. Bronny, we knew what that was. Dalton Knecht is already in the rotation. And he's coming for the starting lineup. I'm going to keep saying it. Because, again, if we got to poke at one thing, it's the defense with the backcourt. It's not just the fact that they didn't shoot good from three. We still got the job done. They made it when it counts. But when it's time to go up against a better team, a team that has a better backcourt, or a team that has, when it's time to go up against the Warriors and they running around screens after screen, when it's time to go up against Ja, that's when we're going, like I said, 10 games. So far, so good. They go 7-3 in them 10 games. Like I said, I won't bring the shit back up. But that's all I got for free. Try to give y'all a little quick one. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man, moving forward. Celtics. Clear separation. They put it on notice. Or did the Knicks just come out a little, was the moment just a little too big right now, for right now? They still trying to figure things out. And in the West, talking about duos, what LeBron and AD look like? They picked up right where they left off. Hell, they actually look better than last season. Anthony Davis, can he be an MVP candidate? Can he get that Defensive Player of the Year love finally? The guys they got ahead of him, the funny part of that, the guys they got ranked ahead of Anthony Davis, go look at that list and then ask yourself, which one of them guys can guard Anthony Davis? And can he guard all of those guys? But I'll tap back in later. Y'all let me know. Peace.